Yo, what is going on, guys? Tom here, and today we're going to be doing a Pokeball tier list. Everyone on Twitter has been going crazy about how these bad boys, you can't even see the mouse, but the Quick Ball, about where this thing should be set. So I figured, we'll get to that, but I figured we are going to do a tier list today. Just going over all of the Pokeballs that we've had. This particular one, I am now just realizing I'm not going to go back and get a new tier list, but I believe it is missing the Legends Pokeballs. So the Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Featherwing, Jet, and then Heavy, Leaden, and Gigaton, as well as the Origin Ball. But I think they're the only ones that it's missing. But yeah, we're going to be basing this off, how useful the ball is, but also design. And yeah, we'll go through with that. But yeah, I guess the best one to start with, the classic Pokeball. This bad boy here. I think honestly, with this one, the Pokeball will have to put, like, it's standard catch rate. It's a very basic Pokeball, but then you've kind of got to go off the looks, right? Like, does this thing look good? And I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna throw it straight into B tier. I feel like that's fair. It's not a goated Pokeball that belongs in S tier, but it has a cool design. So we've got to put it up there, right? Like, it's not, yes, it's like catch rate wise one of the worst Pokeballs because everything is a bit better. But yeah, I think we'll throw that there. Let me know in the comments if you feel like any of these aren't where you personally would put them. Yeah, I'd love to hear back in regards to that. Great Ball, I think, is the next one. We'll go through the basic sort of ones first. But Great Ball, design-wise, not that great, honestly. It's a bit better than the Pokeball, but it's not that great in terms of, yeah, I guess just the design itself. Like, it looks cool with certain Pokemon. Like, a Kyogre and a Great Ball looks awesome. But yeah, it's not the greatest, as weird as it sounds. So I'm gonna throw that in C tier. Design wise, it's worse than the Pokeball, but it is obviously physically a better Pokeball than the Pokeball. But then we next up have the Ultra Ball. That's very much in the same position. It's better design than the Great Ball, or is it? I do like the little bumps that the Great Ball has compared to the Ultra Ball. I'd probably say the Great Ball is better design-wise than the Ultra Ball, but obviously the Ultra Ball does... it is a better type of Pokeball. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to put those, though. Now, this next one, we're going to go with the Master Ball. The original 4 types of Pokeballs that we had back on Red and Blue. Master Ball being the final one. I used to hate this thing just because it was so cheesy that you could just catch any Pokemon. But honestly, and I guess because of like maybe the letter that's on it, the bumps that are on the ball, I actually really like this one. I'm not going to put it in S tier because it's not that good. Or is it? I'm going to put it in A tier. Design-wise, I used to hate this thing. But lately, I really do like it. If I'm... like, I genuinely would grind the fuck out of a whole team. Just have them all have matching Master Balls. Like, that's how That's how much I like this. I wouldn't have one Pokemon in a Master Ball though. That looks a bit shit. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna have a full team of Master Ball Pokemon, so that it's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's we'll put him there. Next up, we're gonna go the Premier Ball. The Premier Ball. Okay, I've actually got a list here of like, I guess the order I should do these in. Premier Ball is much further down, but that's okay. I've already said Premier Ball now. I'm gonna do it. It's basically just a Pokeball, but it looks a bit cooler. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. I used to like honestly rate these things as the best Pokeball, but yeah, no, I'm gonna put that in A tier. Yeah, we'll leave that guy there. Now we'll follow the order that the rest of these are in, though. I don't really have much to say about the Premier Ball, to be honest. But we'll go. We'll go with Safari Ball next. So Safari Balls weren't possible to get until Gen 8. Outside of the Safari Zone, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that was the case. Prior to Gen 8, could not be obtained in normal gameplay and was only usable within the Safari Zone. But yeah, that would be this one here, the Safari Ball. I actually quite like the design. It's just a Pokeball, though. It is just a Pokeball. But the camo is nice. The camo design is nice. I'm going to put it in B tier, but it's a strong B tier. Just ahead of the Pokeball. But yeah, we'll put that guy there. I'm now just seeing... Am I missing... Is this the Fastball? The fuck? Yeah, it's the Fastball. It's just... This artwork is the Pokemon Global Link artwork, so it looks a bit weird. Yeah, that's strange. Basically, the Fastball, it's a Pokeball. It's the same design as the Pokeball, but it's got like these yellow circles on the edge. And now, I can't even tell if it does have it there. I'm pretty sure it has it in Scarlet and Violet though, for sure. But it's got like a lightning bolt on the front. I'm pretty sure I've literally got a Raichu in one of these. Just because I just really like this design. This is not the best representation of it though. But personally, I just really like this Pokeball. I'm gonna honestly put this... fuck, it's hard. It might be the first S. I'm gonna put it as a strong A for now. But essentially, the Fastball, it's got a 4 times catch rate on Pokemon that have a base speed of 100 or more. Any Pokemon that, you know, fast, which is pretty cool. That's pretty cool in my opinion. If they're a fast Pokemon, then a Fastball will work for them. Also, fun fact, in Gen 2, they were originally intended to have a 4 times catch rate for Pokemon that flee instead. So, Pokemon that can just run away in the wild, yeah, that would have a higher catch rate for them, it's pretty cool. Obviously, that isn't the case anymore, but yeah. Yeah. I'm honestly torn. I might put it in S. Have a look at the actual design, not the global link design, but the other designs, and you'll see why I've chosen that. It just looks really cool. And this next one is also, yeah. This is also going to be a Pokemon that, a ball that we put in S tier. 100%. I love this Pokeball. The level ball. It's 1 times, so it's the same as a Pokeball. If the player's Pokemon is the same level as or lower than the wild Pokemon, it's the same as a Pokeball. If the player's Pokemon is at a higher level than the wild Pokemon, but less than double it, it's the same as an Ultra Ball. If it's more than double, but less than 4 times the level of a wild Pokemon, it's ×4, which is the same as a fast ball on a fast Pokemon. But if the player's Pokemon is of a level 4 times or more than that of the wild Pokemon, which, say you've got a level 100, you can catch any level 25s or under with an 8 times catch rate. Which is just insane. Like, that is just insane. I'm putting this bad boy all the way in S tier. For sure. I love these, like, yellow Pokeball designs. Like the red one with the yellow on it, the yellow one with the black, and the red V as well. The red V is a good addition. But yeah. Next up, we'll go with the Lurball, though. The Lurball's a fun one. The Lurball is 4 times, which is the same as a fast ball on a fast Pokemon. It's 4 times on a Pokemon that you use a fishing rod for. Now, I'm curious as to how this works in Scarlet and Violet, because I'm pretty sure you don't get a fishing rod. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they've changed it just to be water types. But yeah, you can get the Lurball on there. And it's a pretty cool Pokeball. I remember my first Gyarados I competitively trained on Sword and Shield. I went and caught that in a Lurball. Specifically for... Well, it was when they had the event for the Shiny Magikarps. I caught 2 of them. One had the ability I wanted, one didn't. And yeah, went ahead and caught it in one of these. I'm going to put it as a strong A. It's not quite an S tier. But I do love that design. The blue Pokeball, it's going to sound really weird considering the Great Ball is right there. But the blue Pokeball with the little red design on it. But the 3 red lines, I think it just looks cool. A Pokemon that looks really cool in this particular ball, I actually find. I don't even know if there's a way to actually catch it in one. Maybe on BDSP there is, actually. But a Totodile in a Lurball. That it's just a sick matchup. I love color coordinating Pokeballs with the Pokemon, which is why I mentioned about the Kyogre with the Great Ball. Yeah, that's like a big thing. You'll probably see, like, in any of my competitive battles, I'll always try and tie the Pokeball to that particular Pokemon. That's why a Raichu in a fastball. It's got a big old lightning bolt on it. Like, I don't even know if Raichu is fast enough to, like, fuck, what is Raichu's base speed? I don't think it's 100. I think it's like 90 or something, right? Anyway, you know what? Should we check? Let's have a quick look. Oh no, it is. It's a base 110. Okay. I'm just stupid. Alright, cool. Yeah. Both that and a Alolan Raichu. Cool. Also, Raikou 115. I am 100% catching one of those in the DLC with a fastball. Just saying. 100%. Okay, next on the list. It's a heavy ball. Now, this is a very underrated ball, in my opinion. I don't quite know how the calculations work for this, but I'll keep it simple. The heavier the Pokemon, the better the ball. Design-wise, obviously a lot of legendaries are quite heavy. Some of the older ones like Groudon, Kyogre, they're quite heavy Pokemon. Actually, I don't even know if Kyogre is, but Groudon definitely is. Yeah, there's a lot of big boys that you can catch with one of these. Design-wise, I definitely think it is worthy of a high B tier, at least. It's better than these shit tier balls, but yeah, that's... Yeah, I'd say it's fair. I'd say it's fair, honestly. Next up would be the Love Ball. Now, this has got a pretty cool thing here. It's 8 times effective if used on a Pokemon of the same species but the opposite gender of the player's Pokemon. But in Generation 2, it has an 8 times catch modifier if both Pokemon are the same species and gender. So, I don't know how they've managed to do it, but they've gone back on that movement there. The Love Ball is not representing LGBT communities, which is a shame. It's a shame. But it once was. Design-wise, though, this thing is amazing. Just a pink Pokeball. It's literally a Pokeball, but pink. It's got a big heart on it. I'm going to say, design-wise, like, obviously this thing does the same thing as a Pokeball unless its conditions are met. So it's automatically better than a Pokeball. Design-wise, I'd also say it's better than a Pokeball. Anything that's like a slightly... Because I'm not going to lie, I am not a huge fan of the Heal Ball, or even the Dream Ball, to be honest. The Dream Ball, you know what? These two are good for certain Pokemon, and we'll get to that. But, yeah. I'd say, yeah. If you want, like, a pinkish sort of Pokemon, though, this is definitely the one to go with the Love Ball. But yeah. I should have probably, like, given a Pokemon that I think would be cool for each of these. Standard Pokeball. You know, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. But I have given some of them. I'll try and, if I think of a Pokemon that would be pretty cool for it, I'll throw it out there. But yeah. We got the Love Ball. Next up, the Friend Ball. Now, the Friend Ball it's a very useful Pokeball. It's got the same base rate as a regular Pokeball, but it, I believe, it sets the friendship to 200 from Gen 2 to Gen 7, and then to 150 in Gen 8, and I assume Gen 9 as well. Design-wise, it's kind of ugly in my opinion. But I think it can be a strong B. I think it could be a strong B, or you know what? No, sorry, a weak B, or a strong C. I think a strong C is probably fair. Because it is a good ball. I don't want to, like, I'm trying to, account for how good is the Pokeball functionally, and how good is the Pokeball just design-wise. So I think a strong C is probably a fair one for that one. So we'll leave that one there. Moonball, this is another favorite of mine, honestly. Especially for certain Pokemon. The black and blue half-half looks so good. And then you've got the moon on top. I'm honestly just straight away. I don't even give a fuck. I'm putting it at a strong... Do I want to say a strong... Do I want to put this as an S? I'm putting this as an S. A weak S. A weak S tier ball, but I'm putting that as an S tier ball. It just looks so good. This is a Pokemon that Sword and Shield, you had to put a Lunala in there. Like, if you catch a Lunala and it's not in one of those bad boys, No, you just throw that thing away. Just throw that thing away. It is not worth it. At all. Next on the list, we do have a sport ball. Now, I don't know if this is even possible to get in the game. In, like, Scarlet and Violet, for sure. It's just a Pokeball with a big S on it. It's pretty cool. But it is literally just a Pokeball with a big S on it. It's got a slightly better catch rate than a regular Pokeball. It's actually got an equal catch rate to a Great Ball. But I don't know, like I kind of like it. I kind of like it slightly more than a regular Pokeball. And functionally it's a little bit better as well. Originally this was only usable during the bug catching contest though in Johto. So that's a fun little tidbit. But we're going to throw that thing probably just ahead of the Pokeball. I feel like that's fair. Yeah, won't put it like too much higher than that. Next up though, we are going to go with the netball. This is a tough one for me. So it's good on water and bug type Pokemon. It's got a same catch rate as a Pokeball against other types. It's the netball. Now the netball, it literally just looks like a blue Pokeball with a net over the top. I quite like the design. But I don't really know if it suits any Pokemon well enough to like put it on a Pokemon that isn't a water or bug type. And since it is locked to those, this honestly might be... It might be a D tier. No, I can't do it. Yeah, we're going to put that in D tier. You know what? Ultra Ball should definitely be in D tier. For sure. Ultra Ball should definitely be D tier. But yeah. Yeah, if a netball is in D, then Ultra Ball should also be D. It's a shame. It's a cool looking Pokeball, but yeah, it's... I don't know. Next up though, the Dive Ball. Now Dive Ball is kind of like, so it's better for Pokemon that are in, like, you know, you get them in the water and whatnot. I think originally it was like, it's better for Pokemon that you catch underwater. I think that's what it initially was. Or maybe it was always just Pokemon that, you know, live in the ocean. I don't know. It does look pretty cool. I'm going to put it in C though. I like the blue underneath with the blue on top, with a little bit of white on top, but it's not quite there for me. I'll put it as a strong C though. Fuck it. Strong C. Yeah. Now Nest Ball, this one is kind of just an F. This is the one that's like, the higher your level is compared to the Pokemon's level, the better the catch rate. Which is, I think, similar to, what was that other one, the Level Ball? But the Nest Ball, it's basically purposely, unless you have a level 100 with you, you kind of want to just use it on like Route 1 Pokemon, which is a bit shit. Design-wise, it's not all that great either. Yeah, we'll just leave that there. Repeat Ball is actually a really good one in my opinion. By the time you go to Shiny Hunt as well, you will probably want to use Repeat Balls if you like the design. I know I did in Scarlet and Violet, like, you'll see a lot of my Pokemon on Repeat Balls. Because it makes it so much easier to catch Pokemon. If you're going to hunt them, you've got your Shiny Charm. You're going to hunt them, and you've obviously already got them in the Pokedex. Throw a Repeat Ball and you're guaranteed to catch that thing almost all the time. Yeah, I love this ball. this one here. The Pokeball's got like the weird little pattern of yellow on top with black circles. Yeah, I really like this one. I'm going to throw it definitely ahead of the Premier Ball. Yeah, I'll probably put it there. Honestly, a month ago, I would have put it a bit higher. Just because of how hard these were to actually get. So I didn't really want to, like, be associated with them. But dude, I am stocked with them now, so it's fine. It's fine. I know it's like a bit of a stupid excuse, but yeah. Next one is the Timer Ball. Design-wise, I love this thing. Looks like a fucking Power Rangers Pokeball. Looks pretty cool. I think it even has like a little clock pattern as well when you catch a Pokemon and you send it out. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna put it in probably about here though. Mid B, because in order to actually get it to hit the max number of turns, I think you have to go through 30 turns in a battle, which is great against like legendary Pokemon that you're trying to like stall out and catch. But everyday regular Pokemon, you're not going to want to waste that much time trying to catch it, surely. So, yeah. Luxury Ball before the Friend Ball, I will say this is the thing that I used a lot for friendship Pokemon because of how fast it makes them raise their friendship. I didn't realize the Friend Ball automatically sets it at a certain amount though. And obviously the Apricorn Balls, Apricorn? Yeah, Apricorn Balls were obviously originally a lot harder to get. In many of the other games actually. So the Luxury Ball, you could just buy it at a shop. It was quite expensive, but you could buy it at a shop. That was the one to go with. And I do like the black design as well, with the red bands. I'm going to put it in above the Premier Ball. Another red banded Pokeball. I'm going to slap it there though. That's probably where I personally would put it. It looks great on a Pokemon like a Dusclops. Dusknoir even, sorry. Yeah, thing looks insane on that. Next up is the Premier Ball. We've actually already put that down, so we're going to move on to the Dusk Ball. Now, this thing I always stacked up on Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Basically, 4th gen, 5th gen. I stacked up on so many Dusk Balls. All the legendaries were in caves. And if they're not, set your game clock to nighttime, and this thing will catch anything. It is absolutely insane. Kind of goated for that reason. I'm going to throw it ahead of the Timer Ball. Probably the... You know what? I probably put it ahead of all of these. I probably will just swap those around. Like, design-wise, I do like this Fireball better. Yeah, I'd say it's a very strong B. For sure. Okay, next one of the pink balls, the Heal Ball, which is this one. Great on Ordino, great on a Chansey. Any other pink Pokemon, I probably want to go with a Dream Ball or a Love Ball. This thing, you would only want to use it for those other Pokemon. For like headcanon, you're like, oh, these Pokemon are good at healing their teammates and whatnot. Put it in a Heal Ball. But yeah, honestly, fully restores Pokemon's caught HP and PP, removes their status conditions. This thing is amazing if you want to try and run like a Nuzlocke playthrough with some of the newer generation games, where the Pokemon doesn't heal immediately in the PC. Because when you catch a Pokemon now and it goes to the PC, it'll still be damaged until, like, I don't know when that, like, resets. But I have noticed that. I will put the Heal Ball. I feel like B's getting a bit crowded. And I did say that I would rate the Love Ball better than it. I would probably say... D tier if I had to be totally honest, because of the design. It's a bit ugly. Practicality-wise, it's pretty good, but it's a bit ugly. Yeah, that's it, really. This next one is going to get people real mad. Quick Ball, F tier. Straight away. Ugly as fuck, but we are going to take its practicality use into consideration as well. It's good if you're, going for that final push to fill out your Pokedex. That's its only use, honestly. You want to smash through the decks quicker? Use one of these bad boys. You don't need a Quick Ball if you got a Repeat Ball. Once you're shiny hunting, just use Repeat Balls. Their catch rate is near enough the same anyway. Yes, Quick Ball is slightly better. Just use Repeat Balls. 2 Repeat Balls and you'll have the Pokemon caught. Whereas a Quick Ball, you're going to have to throw it, run away, throw it again, run away. Just use 2 Repeat Balls, honestly. Although I'm not going to put the Quick Ball in F tier. That would get the comments absolutely fucked. And I'll get roasted for all eternity on my decisions of putting this motherfucker down here. So we're going to go for... We'll go for a low C. A low C tier on the Quick Ball is... I feel like that's fair. It's a very ugly ball, but it's fair, I think, to put it in a low C. Still rate it better than these. And it's still not as ugly as a heal ball, I'll say that. It's a Sweden ball. It's a Sweden ball. Yeah. Next up on the list, Cherish Ball. Now this, it's only used for event Pokemon. So, we can't really take practicality use into consideration because it's just got the same catch rate as a Pokeball. Design-wise, though, this thing is the best looking Pokeball on the fucking game. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. The little indents in the side with the black on it, as opposed to a full circle regular thing. This thing is amazing. The dark the deep red with a shine. It's just such a good looking Pokeball. You've got like the deep red there as opposed to the regular Pokeball red, which is more like an orange on these designs. Yeah, Cherish Ball all day. 100%. And you know what? Not that far from it. Park Ball. Park Ball as well. Unobtainable in regular gameplay, and I don't even think Pal Park Pokemon keep the Park Ball as a caught Pokeball either, do they? Which kind of sucks. But this thing is, it's a Master Ball that can only be used in Pal Park, which was in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. I don't know if was Pal Park in... Was Pal Park in Heart Gold Soul Silver as well? I can't remember, to be honest. But, yeah, it was a Gen 4 Pokeball. I think it was only in Gen 4. Because it was only in Pal Park, right? Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one. Next up, we have the Dream Ball. Dream Ball. So now it's had its use changed. It used to be a guaranteed capture for Pokemon in the Dream World. Used only in Entry Forest prior to Gen 7. Gen 8, sorry. But then they brought it back in Gen 8, which they basically made it so that you can yeah. Sorry, I've got the game music in the background here, and I've just looked over at my Switch. It started raining on Scarlet there. So if you can hear rain, that's why. Dream Ball is good against sleeping Pokemon, which, if you're trying to catch a Pokemon, especially like a legendary or something, that's practically pretty good. And it's better than an Ultra Ball as well. So you already get the, status condition boost, catch something. use one of those instead of an Ultra Ball, so it's definitely higher than an Ultra Ball. I would honestly put it as a decently high C tier Pokeball. I like the pink color on it, but I do like the Love Ball a bit better. So I feel like that's fair. Beast Ball is a weird one. It's really good against Ultra Beasts, but it's the only Pokeball. I think it's actually the only one that's worse than an actual Pokeball as well, functionally wise against regular Pokemon. Which is why 100% catch situations like raids and Dynamax adventures, people abuse the fuck out of the Beast Ball for that reason. Bit of a flex to have a regular Pokemon in one. It's a Pokeball is 10 times more likely to catch a Pokemon than a Beast Ball. But design-wise, it's pretty cool. I wouldn't say it's S tier, no way. But I will say it is about there in A tier. About a mid A tier. I feel like that's pretty fair. Yeah. I'd say it's pretty fair. We do have some more Pokeballs on here. But yeah, like I said, they're from Legends, and they weren't obviously included on this. Design-wise, though, I love the Jet Ball line. I'd probably put their whole line in like A tier. The Heavy Ball line. So it's the Heavy Ball line, but it's not this Heavy Ball that we know here. It's like a black Pokeball, and it's got like 3 different variations. The Heavy, Leaden, and Gigaton Ball. You can't throw them very far, but they catch Pokemon really well if you catch them by surprise. So sneaking up on a Pokemon and try and catch it. I'll probably throw that in C tier. And then the regular Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball. I just keep them the same as these ones. But purely for design purposes, I'd probably put them a notch above their original. So like, Pokeball, I'd just throw it there. Great Ball, I'd throw it between Friend Ball and Great Ball. Ultra, I'd throw between Net and Ultra. Simple as that. The only different one is the Origin Ball, which is made with the red chain, I believe. Yeah, the red chain is used to make a Pokeball, and dude, the design of it looks so good. Hold on. You know what? We'll just throw it up on here. This thing, the Origin Ball. Like the little hexagonal patterns. I don't even know if they're all... That one's a hexagon. The one above it looks like a pentagon. Yeah, all of those different shaped patterns, though, it just looks so cool. But yeah, that's... it's only in that game. I would, design-wise, though, I would honestly probably put it up in S tier, though. Just 'cause it's so different. It just looks so good. It's so different. And that thing's basically the Master Ball for Legends Arceus as well. So that's interesting. The only other ball that we don't really, like, it's not even a real Pokeball, but it's good to at least, like, take into consideration, is the Strange Ball. This thing looks fucking amazing. I would 100% have that in S tier. I'd catch all my Pokemon in this. But it's not a real Pokeball. It's a placeholder ball introduced in BDSP. And it's used to represent the Pokeballs of Pokemon when they were caught in a Pokeball that does not exist in the current game. So I believe core series in BDSP, Legends Arceus, Scarlet and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon caught in Pokeballs that do not exist in that game instead display Strange Ball as their Pokeball. Legends Arceus, Pokemon caught in any ball other than one of the Hisuian balls are displayed as being caught in a Strange Ball. BDSP and Scarlet and Violet, Pokemon caught in any Hisuian balls are displayed as being caught in a Strange Ball. So, yeah, simple as that. Yeah, Sword and Shield don't feature Strange Balls. And Pokemon caught in Hisuian Pokeballs are displayed in Standard Balls instead. with Pokemon Home storing the original balls server side. When returned to home, these Pokemon will regain their original balls. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it, but it's such a cool looking Pokeball. I hope they make it like something we can use at some point. Like, yeah. Like maybe when you transfer a Pokemon across like time from a Legends era to a newer region era, like it would just give you a strange ball in your bag that you can use to try and catch something. That'd be a cool way to do it. But that's my tier list. That's what we're gonna end up with. This went on a bit longer than I thought it would, but fuck yeah, that's what we're gonna roll with there. We've got. I'd say that's fair. I do have another one of these coming out soon. I didn't want to start releasing videos until 1st of Feb, but it seems that yeah, it seems that this whole trend of arguing about quick balls is happening now, so I might as well just, you know, pop this out now. Anyway, fucking hell. Subscribe if you want to watch more. Let me know what you want to see next. If you have other Pokemon related tier lists you want me to do. I might review my game tier list at some point. Feel like it'd be a good one to go through. But yeah, if you have other tier lists you want me to go through, let me know, and we'll run through that. Alright, catch you guys later. See ya.